What if I told you that the biggest risk to the U.S. housing market right now isn't about interest rates or inventory? It's about a combination of signs that, if keep lining up, could nudge the entire economy closer to a recession. Hey everyone, it's Alex, and if you care about buying, selling, or even holding onto real estate, you're going to want to hear this, because today we're going to be breaking down 3 key warning signs top economists are watching right now, including why a simple 5% dip in home prices could hit your wallet harder than you expect. So grab a coffee and hit the subscribe button if you love clear, straightforward real estate talk. With that said, well, friends, let's jump in, because here's the thing. Headlines don't always tell you the full story. Mortgage rates might tick down, listings might rise or fall, but it's the hidden cracks underneath that catch most people off guard. And if you know what to look for, you can protect your biggest investment and maybe spot opportunities others miss. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking this down in plain English. No fear-mongering, just facts and what they mean for you and your family. So ready? Let's get started. First up, falling home prices. Yeah, you heard right. Prices are slipping in parts of the country. Now, nationally, home prices are still up slightly compared to last year. But zoom in on some local markets like parts of Texas, California, or the Mountain West, and you're going to see price drops already crossing that 5% threshold. Why does that number matter? Because a 5% drop in home value may not sound dramatic, but it triggers what economists call the wealth effect. And here's how it works. When your house is worth less on paper, you tend to spend less. That pullback in spending can ripple out. Restaurants see fewer customers, retail sales dip, and suddenly local economies start feeling sluggish. Citi's chief economist says if prices keep sliding for 6 months or longer, the odds of a broader recession jump up significantly. So if you own a home or you're planning to buy, keep an eye on your region's trends. A 5% correction in one area could snowball if confidence takes a hit. Now, second, let's talk about housing investment. Now, this is a quieter stat, but it packs a punch. So when we say housing investment, we're talking about new construction, renovations, and all the spending that goes into building or improving homes. Now, according to Business Insider, residential investments is down 50% from the pandemic peak. Think about that for a minute. Fewer homes are getting built, fewer major renovations are happening, and fewer big ticket purchases like appliances, roof replacements, or new additions. Why does this all matter? Because housing investments fuels jobs, from builders to contractors to supply chains. If this part of the economy shrinks, GDP takes a direct hit. In fact, analysts predict that the slowdown could shave off 0.2 percentage points from the US GDP next year. Now, that might not sound huge, but in an economy growing 2% a year, every fraction counts, especially if multiple sectors soften at once. Now, builders right now are stuck between high material costs and high borrowing rates and unpredictable demand. So many are scaling back projects, and that pause feeds into fewer new listings down the line as well. Bottom line, when residential investment stalls, it's a clear signal that the market confidence is wavering. Now, third, let's talk about housing jobs. Now, this one is easy to overlook, but it's a huge for local economies. Right now, construction jobs growth has slowed to about 1.5% year over year. Now, that's about half the pace it was last year. So in plain English, that means builders aren't hiring as aggressively, and some are even starting to lay off. Now, this might feel distant, especially if you're not swinging a hammer for a living, but it affects everyone. When construction jobs dry up, so does the economy for thousands of families. Those paychecks flow into restaurants, local shops, and schools. It's all connected. So far, overall unemployment is still low, hovering at just above 4%. But if housing sector weakness grows, it can pull the job market down with it. And when unemployment ticks up, people tighten their wallets, leading to, you guessed it, more economic drag. So let's put all this together. Sliding home prices, slowed construction spending, in a cooling job market, and you've got a warning triangle economists are watching very, very closely. Now, none of these alone scream crisis, but together they show the market is more fragile than it looks on the surface. For homeowners, this means it's crucial to track local price trends. Stay smart about your equity and be realistic if you're listing your house soon. For buyers, this could open up doors literally to better deals, but watch interest rates and job security closely. The housing market isn't falling off a cliff yet, but the cracks are showing if you look close enough. So whether you're buying or selling or just curious, keep these warning signs on your radar. And while I have you here, let me ask you this. Do you see any of these signs showing up where you live? Have prices started slipping? Are builders pulling back? Drop a comment down below and share what you're seeing. I'd love to hear your take on this. And if you're thinking about buying or selling this year and want a honest game plan for your situation, reach out to me directly. I'm always here to help make sense of all of this. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button down below, smash that like button if this video was helpful, and share it with someone who you know is eyeing the market right now. Well, friends, that's officially all I have here for you today. Stay informed, stay smart, and I'll catch you in the next video.